Have you ever stopped to marvel at how incredible it is to be thriving, not just surviving, after 65? In a world that so often equates aging with decline, weakness, and retreat, there's something quietly revolutionary about continuing to live with energy, strength, and independence. Society paints a picture of aging as the twilight, a time to slow down, fade into the background, and let life pass by. But what if that image is incomplete? What if, instead of fading, you still shining brilliantly? This isn't just wishful thinking, it's a reality for many. Maybe even for you. If you're someone who can still move, carry, balance, and rise with ease, even without noticing, you may be part of a rare and remarkable group of older adults who are aging not just well, but exceptionally. And the signs of this exceptional aging aren't flashy or loud. They're often quiet abilities that go unnoticed until they're gone. They're the subtle movements, the unnoticed strengths, the effortless moments that speak volumes about your health, resilience, and longevity. Over the next few minutes, we're going to explore 8 powerful signs that show you're not just growing older. You're growing stronger, more capable, and more alive than many would expect. These are signs that your body still listens to your mind, your balance is intact, your muscles are tuned, and your spirit refuses to be dulled by time. From the way you lift yourself from a chair, to how you carry your groceries, to your ability to stand tall and proud. Each of these signs tells a powerful story about the life still pulsing through you. And here's the best part. Even if you can only see yourself in a few of these signs right now, that's still something to celebrate. It means your body has preserved abilities that many lose. And it shows you still have what it takes to stay active, independent, and full of life for years to come. So take a deep breath, stand a little taller, and come with me. Let's explore what makes your aging journey not just ordinary, but extraordinary. Because the next chapter of your life isn't about what's behind you. It's about what you're still capable of. It starts now. First, you can balance on one leg for more than 10 seconds. Can you lift one foot off the ground, hold steady, and count to 10 without wobbling? It might sound simple, but this quiet act is actually a powerful indicator of how well your body and your brain are aging. For those over 65, being able to balance on one leg for 10 seconds or more puts you in rare and remarkable company. It signals that your muscles, joints, and even your nervous system are still working in beautiful harmony. Balance isn't something we think about until it starts to slip, but it's one of the first abilities to decline with age, and one of the most essential for keeping your independence. When you can balance well, you're less likely to fall, more likely to stay active, and far better equipped to handle the unexpected. Whether it's stepping off a curb or reaching for something on a high shelf. Let's talk about Frank, not the gardener from earlier, but a 77-year-old retired carpenter. Decades ago, Frank could walk rooftops like they were sidewalks, his balance unshakable as he hammered beams into place. But lately, uneven sidewalks and gravel driveways felt more like obstacle courses. During a checkup, his doctor asked him to try something simple. Frank, stand on one leg. Let's see how long you can hold it. Frank chuckled and gave it a go. 5 seconds in, he swayed, then caught himself on the table. He laughed it off, but the moment stuck. Determined, he started practicing every day, brushing his teeth while standing on one foot, walking heel to toe across his hallway, even balancing on a cushion during TV commercials. Within weeks, Frank was holding strong at 15 seconds, steady as a mountain. That small victory lit a fire in him. "It's not about being perfect," he said. "It's about knowing I haven't lost it." Science agrees. Research shows that poor balance is linked to a higher risk of falls, hospitalization, and even shorter life expectancy. On the flip side, strong balance is a marker of physical control, neurological health, and muscle coordination. When your brain and body can still communicate this clearly, it's a sign of deep vitality, and the benefits go beyond safety. Good balance helps you move confidently, exercise more freely, and recover more quickly from injury. It's the hidden superpower that keeps your world big, not small. So, here's your challenge right now. Stand up. Lift one foot a few inches off the ground. Count to 10. If you can hold steady, give yourself credit. That's no small feat. You're proving that age hasn't dulled your strength, it's refined it. And if you're not there yet, that's okay too. Balance, like all strength, can be trained. Each attempt makes you stronger. Each wobble is a step forward. In a world that underestimates older adults, standing tall, even on one leg, is a quiet act of defiance. And if you can do it, you're not just aging, you're elevating. Second, you can rise from a chair without using your hands. Think about the last time you got up from a chair. Did you press down on the armrests, lean forward with a grunt, or need to use your hands for support? Or did you simply push up with your legs, rising effortlessly, like it was second nature? If you belong to that second group, you're doing better than you might realize. Rising from a seated position without using your hands might seem like a small thing, but in truth, it's one of the clearest signs of physical strength and mobility after age 65. It reflects powerful legs, a stable core, solid balance, most importantly, confidence in your body. Let's meet Linda. She's 72, with bright eyes and a laugh that fills a room. At a recent family gathering, her 10-year-old grandson challenged her to a game. "Grandma, bet you can't stand up without using your hands." With a smirk, she leaned back on the couch, crossed her arms over her chest and stood. No hands, no strain, just strong, steady motion. The room erupted with cheers. Her daughter stared, wide-eyed. "Mom, I know people my age who can't do that." Linda shrugged it off. She walks every morning. She stretches during sunrise. She lifts her grandkids when they run into her arms. None of it felt like training. But over the years, those tiny habits built a fortress of strength within her. And science backs her up. Studies show that people who can stand from a seated position without using their hands tend to live longer, stay independent, and suffer fewer injuries. Why? Because that movement requires a symphony of muscle groups working together. Thighs, hips, abdomen, lower back, all activating in unison. When one area weakens, the entire system struggles. For many older adults, the loss of this ability is the first sign that mobility is slipping. Chairs become traps, cars feel lower, and daily life becomes harder. But if you can still stand tall from a chair without bracing yourself, you're ahead of the curve, far ahead. It's more than convenience. It's a gateway to independence. Think of how often we rise from the couch, from the dinner table, from the front seat of the car. If you can do that without effort, you're not just strong, you're free. Free to move, to explore, to live on your own terms. So here's a test: sit in a sturdy chair, cross your arms, plant your feet. Now stand, no hands. Did you do it? Then celebrate. Seriously. You've held onto a skill that most lose with time. And if it was hard, that's okay. Like balance, this ability can be rebuilt. With daily effort, like squats, stretches, or simply practicing the move, you'll get there. Because every time you rise without help, you're rising above the limits of age. Third, you can carry groceries without struggling. Picture this: you're walking out of the grocery store, bags in both hands, maybe a jug of milk in one, apples and canned soup in the other. You stride to your car without wobbling, without pausing to rest, and without the weight feeling like a burden. If that sounds familiar, congratulations. Your body is telling a story of quiet strength and resilience. For many people over 65, carrying groceries is no longer just a chore. It becomes a challenge. Arms tremble, shoulders tighten. The weight feels heavier than it used to. But if you can still carry those bags with confidence and ease, you're in rare company. And it means something powerful. Your muscles, your bones, and your coordination are all aging remarkably well. Let me introduce you to Walter, a retired schoolteacher, 74 years old, with a voice that once silenced the noisiest classrooms. On a recent Saturday, he walked through his local farmer's market, picking up bread, a roast, and a gallon of orange juice. At checkout, the teenage clerk offered to help carry his bags to the car. Walter laughed. "I've been carrying heavier loads since before you were born." And it wasn't bravado. As he loaded his groceries into the trunk, he noticed a man nearby, maybe 20 years younger, who was struggling to carry similar bags, red-faced and panting. Walter, on the other hand, moved with a rhythm and grace born from years of physical upkeep, mowing his lawn, lifting grandkids, rearranging furniture. Later, during a routine doctor's visit, his physician smiled and said, "Whatever you're doing, keep doing it." Most people your age can't manage that kind of weight without strain. Why does this matter? Because carrying groceries is a real-world strength test, a blend of grip power, upper body endurance, balance, and bone health. And research tells us that the ability to carry weight into older age is linked to longer lifespan, better mobility, and greater independence. When this ability starts to fade, daily life shrinks. People stop cooking for themselves because carrying bags is too hard. They stop walking to the store. They start needing help. But if you can still carry your haul from trunk to kitchen, you're holding on to more than strength. You're holding on to freedom. So next time you unload those groceries, pay attention to how your body feels. Is the weight manageable? Are your steps steady? If yes, then celebrate. Your body is still working for you, still thriving under pressure. And if it's harder than it used to be, that's okay. Strength can be rebuilt. Lightweight training, resistance bands, or even squeezing a tennis ball daily can help maintain and even improve your capacity. Because in a world that often underestimates older adults, carrying your own groceries is a bold reminder you're still strong. You're still capable. You're still in control. Fourth, you can maintain good posture without struggling. Stand up tall for a moment. Shoulders relaxed but not slouched, spine straight, head lifted like you were looking toward the horizon. How does it feel? Natural? Effortless? If so, you're doing something that many over 65 quietly lose. And that makes you part of a rare and resilient group. Posture isn't just about how you look in photos or whether someone calls you poised. It's a window into the strength of your core, the flexibility of your joints, and the coordination of your entire musculoskeletal system. Good posture reflects more than confidence. It reflects control. Meet George, a 74-year-old retired teacher who walks through his neighborhood each afternoon like he owns the path. People often guess he's 10 years younger, not because of his clothes or his hair, but because of the way he carries himself. Upright, balanced, proud. During a routine appointment, his doctor commented, "George, your posture is better than most men in their 50s. George chuckled. He hadn't given it much thought, but the truth is, he had spent years taking care of his body. Swimming in the summer, lifting light weights in his garage, and stretching out the stiffness from old teaching days. Those habits had paid off in the way he now stood. Tall, steady, strong. Why does posture matter so much? Because poor posture isn't just about appearance. As we age, our spine tends to curve forward, our shoulders round, and our necks crane. This can lead to back pain, joint strain, and a dangerous shift in balance that increases the risk of falls. Even your lungs suffer. Slouching compresses your chest, reducing your ability to take deep, oxygen-rich breaths. That fatigue you feel after a short walk, it could start in your posture. Good posture, on the other hand, does the opposite. It allows your lungs to fully expand. It keeps your center of gravity aligned. It protects your joints and helps you move more efficiently. It even boosts mood. Studies show that standing tall can make you feel more confident and alert. And the best part, it's never too late to work on it. Simple daily stretches, strengthening your core, mindful walking, even sitting upright during meals, it all adds up. Posture isn't just something you have, it's something you maintain. So the next time you catch your reflection or walk past a window, take a second to notice how you stand. Are your shoulders back? Is your chin level with the ground? If yes, give yourself credit. You're defying one of the most common signs of aging. If not, don't worry. You can rebuild. One stretch, one breath, one straightened spine at a time. Because posture isn't just how you look. It's how your body whispers to the world, I'm still here. I'm still strong. I'm still standing tall. Fifth, you have strong grip strength. Take a moment to think about your hands. Those two powerful tools you've used to open jars, write letters, lift bags, hold loved ones, and build a life. Now, imagine reaching out for a handshake and offering one that's firm, steady, and confident, or gripping a shopping bag and carrying it into the house without a second thought. If these moments still feel natural to you, then congratulations. Your grip strength is telling a powerful story. Strong grip strength is far more than just a firm handshake. It's a hidden signal of your body's overall vitality. It reflects the health of your muscles, your nervous system, and even your heart. And more than that, it's one of the most reliable predictors of longevity and independence as we age. Let's visit Frank, the silver-haired gardener we met earlier. At 75, he still tends to his lush backyard every morning, hands sunk in soil, lifting clay pots and turning the earth like it's second nature. During a recent checkup, his doctor pulled out a device called a dynamometer, a simple tool to test grip strength. Frank gave it a squeeze. The needle jumped. The doctor smiled. Frank, this is stronger than most men in their 50s. Frank chuckled, brushing it off as luck. But he knew the truth. He'd spent his whole life working with his hands. Building furniture, fixing things around the house, even teaching his grandkids to ride bikes. That consistent movement had preserved a strength many others had lost. Science backs this up. Studies show that seniors with strong grip strength tend to live longer, recover faster from illness, and maintain independence well into their later years. Why? Because grip strength doesn't stand alone. It reflects total body strength. Your arms, shoulders, core, and even cardiovascular health all contribute to that simple squeeze. And when grip strength fades, the ripple effect is huge. Struggling to open jars, hold utensils, or steady yourself on a railing. These aren't just daily frustrations. They're signs that muscle loss and nerve decline may be creeping in. But if your hands can still grasp with confidence, your body is still holding on to its power. For Frank, that strength means more than gardening. It means he can kneel to plant a seedling and rise without stumbling. It means he can carry a watering can across the yard, or play catch with his grandkids without fear. And for you, it could mean more freedom than you realize. Try this: squeeze your hand into a fist. Feel the strength there. Or pick up a bag of groceries, twist open a jar, lift a coffee mug with ease. If those things still come naturally, take a moment to feel proud. That grip is a quiet but mighty message you are thriving. And if your grip isn't what it used to be, there's still hope. Squeeze a stress ball. Use hand grippers. Lift light weights. Every effort you make strengthens more than just your hands. It reinforces your independence. Because strong hands don't just hold objects, they hold onto life. Sixth, you can get up from the floor without using your hands. Imagine this. You've just knelt down to pick up a dropped coin, tie a loose shoelace, or play with your grandchild on the living room rug. Now comes the test. You press one foot into the floor, shift your weight, and rise. No hands pushing on your thighs. No grabbing furniture. Just your body lifting itself with smooth, practiced strength. If you can do this, you are not only mobile, you're exceptional. Rising from the floor without using your hands is one of the most telling signs of physical fitness after 65. It's not just a party trick. It's a powerful blend of balance, coordination, lower body strength, and core stability, all working together in harmony. Meet Joan, a 72-year-old grandmother whose energy fills every room she enters. One chilly afternoon, she was playing with her grandkids on the floor, building a towering fortress of blocks. When the game ended, she planted one foot, shifted her hips, and rose, gracefully, effortlessly. Her son, watching from the couch, nearly dropped his coffee. "Mom," he said, "I've seen people half your age crawl to the couch to get up." Joan laughed, but her body's quiet message was loud and clear. "I've still got it." This ability isn't common. Most adults over 65 begin to struggle with this move. Knees grow stiff, muscles weaken, the floor starts to feel far away, and getting up becomes a chore, or worse, a risk. Studies show that those who can't rise from the floor without assistance are more likely to experience mobility issues, falls, and even shorter lifespans. But if you can do it, you're preserving one of the most important tools for independent living. Because think about it, falls happen. Kneeling happens. Sitting on the ground happens. The question is, can you get back up? Joan's ability means more than just playtime. It means she can tend her garden, stretch on her yoga mat, retrieve something from under the couch, all without fear, all without needing help. If you're not quite there, don't worry. This skill can be rebuilt. Start with chair-assisted squats, gentle stretches, and practice lowering and lifting with support until you feel steady. Every attempt strengthens your muscles, sharpens your balance, and restores your confidence. Try it now. If you feel safe, lower yourself to the floor, then attempt to stand without using your hands. How did it go? If you managed it, even with a little wobble, that's a victory. And if not, it's a goal worth chasing. Because this isn't about perfection, it's about power, the kind that keeps you self-reliant, active, and engaged in the world. When your body can lift itself from the ground, it's saying, "I'm not done yet." 7th, you can get up from the floor without assistance. Let's set the scene. You drop a book, kneel down to pet the dog, or sit cross-legged on the floor with your grandkids. When it's time to get up, you don't call for help. You don't need a chair or a steadying hand. You simply press your foot into the ground, shift your weight, and rise, all on your own. That ability, simple as it may seem, is nothing short of extraordinary. Getting up from the floor without assistance is one of the most reliable signs of aging exceptionally well. It means your muscles, joints, balance, and coordination are still working in concert. It means your body trusts itself. And that's a beautiful thing. Let's talk about Emma, an 80-year-old grandmother with sparkly eyes and a voice like warm tea. One rainy afternoon, she was sprawled on the carpet with her grandkids, surrounded by crayons and paper airplanes. When playtime ended, she planted her foot, leaned forward, and stood, gracefully, without grabbing a thing. Her daughter, watching from the couch, gasped, "Mom, I know 40-year-olds who'd need help doing that." Amma just smiled. She'd spent her life gardening, stretching in the mornings, and staying active, not with intense workouts, but with consistency and care. Her body remembered every motion, every kneel, every rise. During her next checkup, her doctor nodded with approval. "Mama, this is what we call passing the sit to stand test. It's one of the clearest predictors of long-term health. And you're acing it." Why is this so important? Because as we age, the floor starts to feel further away. Joints get stiff, balance fades, and muscle strength can decline without us even realizing. And while falling is a common fear, not being able to get back up is what truly robs us of independence. Being able to stand from the floor, unaided, gives you a safety net, not just physically, but emotionally. It means if you fall, you can recover. If you sit, you can rise. It's a core skill for autonomy. Research shows that people who can get up from the floor without help have a lower risk of mortality, greater mobility, and stronger overall function. It's one of those small abilities that casts a big shadow. Try it yourself. Sit down slowly, then stand. No furniture, no hands, just you. If you did it, give yourself a quiet cheer. That strength, that coordination, that control, it's rare. And if you struggled, that's okay. This isn't a finish line. It's a milestone you can work toward. Gentle squats, balance training, and daily motion all help rebuild the pathway back to the floor and back up again. Because in the story of aging, this move is a plot twist. You're not losing ground. You're rising above it. 8th, you can get down and back up from the floor with ease. Imagine this movement. You gently lower yourself onto the floor, maybe to stretch, to pet the dog, or to play with your grandchild. Then, just as smoothly, you rise again. No grabbing nearby furniture. No pausing to brace your knees. No help from a kind hand. Just you, moving with fluid confidence. If that's still something you can do, you're in rare and remarkable territory. Being able to get down to the floor and then back up without struggle is one of the ultimate tests of physical function in older age. It blends flexibility, strength, balance, coordination, and mental trust in your body, all rolled into a single graceful movement. Let's return to Emma, the 80-year-old grandmother we met earlier. One sunny morning, she knelt in her garden to check on her spring bulbs. The soil was still damp, the breeze soft. After a few moments tending to her flowers, she shifted her weight, rose from the earth with ease, and walked back to her porch with a quiet smile. To her, this was ordinary, but to her doctor, it was exceptional. "Humma," he said during her checkup, "this one move tells me more than your blood pressure ever could. Most people your age avoid the floor altogether." And he's right. For many over 65, the floor becomes a feared place, not because of what's on it, but because of how hard it is to get back up. Hips tighten, knees ache, muscles weaken, and confidence fades. The result? People stop kneeling, stop stretching, stop playing, and slowly, their world shrinks. But if you can still transition from standing to the ground and back again without hesitation, it means your mobility is thriving. Your joints are cooperating, your strength is intact, and your independence is protected. Research even supports this. The sit to rise test, where you lower yourself to the floor and rise again without support, is directly linked to longer life expectancy and lower risk of falls or injury. It's one of the clearest signs of functional longevity. So here's a challenge: try it. Clear a safe space. Lower yourself to the floor with care. Pause, then rise. No hands, just you. Could you do it? Then feel proud. That fluid motion is a declaration. I still own my body. I still command my movement. If it was hard, that's okay. You can rebuild. Chair squats, hip openers, balance drills. Bit by bit, you can reclaim that ease. And with it, your freedom. Because this isn't about defying age. It's about dancing with it. To move from ground to standing is to say, I'm still here. I still move with purpose. I'm still strong, from the floor up. Take a moment, breathe deeply. Reflect. We've just explored 8 quiet but powerful signs. Signs that, if you recognize in yourself, prove something extraordinary. You're not just aging. You're thriving. From the strength in your grip to your ability to rise from the floor. From the way you carry groceries to how you stand tall with perfect posture. Each of these abilities tells a deeper story. A story of resilience, of strength preserved, of decades lived well. Because aging doesn't mean fading. It means adapting. It means protecting what matters. And it means celebrating what still shines in you. Maybe you saw yourself in all 8 signs, maybe just one. Or maybe you thought, I want to get there. Wherever you are, this moment is a mirror. Not of decline, but of potential. Of what's still possible. Of what you've held on to, and what you can still build back. Let's remember what these signs truly represent. Strong grip. It means your heart, muscles, and nerves are still working in concert. Smooth transitions from floor to standing. Your coordination, balance, and strength are thriving. Good posture. That's your body refusing to bend before the weight of time. Confident movement. That's your independence still leading the way. And let's not forget the emotional weight behind each of these, because being able to get up on your own doesn't just mean physical ability. It means freedom, safety, dignity. You are the proof that getting older doesn't have to mean giving up. You're showing what's possible. You're rewriting the script. So what now? Take one thing from today, one habit, one test, one moment, and let it be your spark. Share your experience in the comments. Tell us, which sign did you connect with most? Which one are you working toward? Your story might just be the push someone else needs. If you've made it this far, thank you. Your time, your presence, your commitment to your own well-being, it matters more than you know. And if you haven't subscribed yet, now's the perfect time. Hit that button, ring the bell, and join us on this ongoing journey. Because there's so much more ahead. More tools, more stories, more hope for a vibrant, independent life. This is not the end. It's a checkpoint, a celebration. So stand tall, breathe deep, move with grace. You're aging not just with years, but with strength, purpose, and power. And that's exceptional.